We're here again with Michael Dragoo, a friend and a frequent guest, and we're doing, what is it?
It's a turnip ragout.
Turnip Ragout? This one ought to be fun. Thanks for joining us today. So a ragout of turnips, yes. Where is this one from?
Well, I got it from Mary Randolph's cookbook. She wrote it in 1824, but it was a collection of her family's recipes, and that's mid to late 1700s into early 1800s.
Right, and it's the Virginia Housewife.
Virginia Housewife,
If you want to look that one up, Mary Randolph, the Virginia Housewife, a great little cookbook, early 19th century American kind of cookery.
Yes.
It's one of the good early American cookbooks. How do we get started with this one?
We're just going to peel and thinly slice your turnips.
Okay, so before we even get started with the cooking portion of this, we are cooking over charcoal right here in the kitchen. But remember, in an 18th century kitchen, the windows are open, the doors open, we've got a chimney close by. You can't do this at home, obviously, but we can because we're in an 18th century kitchen. So at home, use your regular stove. Okay, Michael, what are we doing here?
I'm just be generous, but we're going to fry up our turnips, thinly sliced and peeled turnips in butter. I'll get some oil between them so they don't stick together. This is just a simmer, not high, not low. Just I'm trying to cook them through, and I'm trying to get them just a little brown.
So she calls for these to be cooked in butter, but there's one more ingredient here, right?
Once we have gotten these so they're just starting to brown, we're going to introduce some sugar.
So the sugar part is really interesting. I mean, typically for a savory dish today, we wouldn't add sugar to it, but that's she calls for it. She says a little bit of sugar in this recipe. So that's what we're going to do.
It's the only time I've run across adding sugar to a vegetable dish.
So this looks all hot. What's next?
What's next is I'm going to introduce, she asks that we introduce a good or a rich gravy, a highly seasoned gravy.
Gotcha.
That's it for now. We're going to add some when we serve it up. We'll add some more on top.
And quickly, what is in this particular gravy you've done?
She uses mutton, beef, pork, bacon, anything that you've got meat-wise, bones, anything. You're just going to reduce that down almost like you were making a soup or a stew, and then you start adding veggies. I've got onion, some of the turnip, some mushrooms. I've got carrot in here. I have celery in here. I've got a chicken stock I had left over I put in, and I put a little red wine in. So that's pretty much
the kitchen sink and everything else.
Well, allspice, you can get too much, but the only seasoning I have is salt, pepper, and some allspice. That's it. Otherwise, it's the basics that I had in the fridge.
Is this ready to go?
It is. It's ready to serve up.
Okay. Well, it looks really good. I suppose we should try this out.
Anything with gravy is good, and this is good gravy.
Well, we're going to find out. Well, the gravy's killer, obviously. I mean, you could probably put that gravy on anything. There's definitely a sweetness, and I'm wondering whether some of the sweetness is there from the turnips anyway. It might be.
It masks that these could have been cooked carrots after all this happened.
Right.
It's just a medium to hold the gravy,
but
I don't taste turnip at all.
Tremendous.
Yeah.
Although I think I'm missing a note.
What is the note you're missing?
I think it could use just...
Oh, no, don't say it.
Again, thank you,
no problem,
Michael, for this particular recipe. I could eat this again all day if I wanted to. It is really, really good. And I really want to thank everyone out there for your amazing support.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just want to say, because of the comments, it's made me a better demonstrator. This is a worldwide medium. We're not just talking to where we are located. And the observations from different countries about what they have done, they remember what their parents did or their grandparents, observations that we think we're as complete as we can be each time, but we miss the points entirely sometimes. There's a whole nother objective, and it just has made me a better presenter when I'm doing this reenacting thing in the field to have read the comments and learned from them. So I thank you for that too.
Yeah, we are so grateful for the amazing comments. Michael and I and everyone in the crew, it's just like we really want to thank you for the support that you give us. Whether it's watching the videos, you're sharing the videos, commenting on the videos, all those things mean so much to us. So I really want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you for coming along with us today as we savor the flavors and the aromas of the 18th century.